Did y'all know that Noah Schnapp stars in this? Yeah, that's right, the kid from Stranger Things was voicing Charlie Brown in the Peanuts movie. Anyway. So, my family has a tradition where for every holiday we watch the vintage Charlie Brown special for it. It's a really nice custom that we still do to this day. So, when I think of Charlie Brown, I think about crowding around the couch and putting in the DVD for The Great Pumpkin or another Charlie Brown movie. It's not just the holiday specials either. I've also read some of the comic strips, watched the other Peanuts cartoons, and even put on some Charlie Brown merch. So, you can imagine how excited I was when I was a little boy and saw the trailer for a Peanuts movie. The movie follows Charlie Brown through a year at school, or at least half a year since it starts in the winter. Basically, the driving force for the movie is when a new girl comes to school called the Little Red-Haired Girl. Charlie gets a massive crush on her, and he tries to impress her for the whole year. However, because Charlie is such a compassionate guy, his kindness always gets in the way of the spotlight being on him. For example, at the talent show, he embarrasses himself to help his little sister out. Instead of lying about his perfect test score to the school, he comes clean, and after he finished a whole book report about War and Peace while the little red-haired girl was away, it gets torn up by a toy airplane. And that airplane brings me to the B-plot, which is about Snoopy finding a typewriter and imagining himself as a World War I flying ace, also battling for love, this time against the dreaded Red Baron. This flying ace persona for Snoopy, by the way, of course, comes from the classic Great Pumpkin Halloween special. Back to the real world. At the end of the school year, Charlie's kind deeds are recognized by the little red-haired girl as she goes off to summer camp, tying the whole plot into a nice little bow. Of course, all Peanuts media is very lighthearted and makes you feel all fuzzy inside. Snoopy adds some comedic relief while not being obnoxious. Actually, I laughed at quite a few of those jokes. And of course, all the characters' personalities are on point. For example, Marcy calls Peppermint Patty Sir. Peppermint Patty coerces Charlie into doing things he can't do, like in the Thanksgiving special. Linus clings to his blanket, and Lucy is as superficial as ever. Overall, this is a really faithful adaptation of Charles Schulz's original Peanuts stories, and the movie honors them with a bunch of references, as well as a similar art style. As for those references, the opening scene directly mirrors the Charlie Brown Christmas special, Ice Skating and All, and Snoopy's subplot, of course, is derived from the Halloween special. Charlie's kite flying and baseball skills, or not skills, are lifted right from the comics, as well as Snoopy's Joe Cool character. And finally, at the dance party, the dances all the students do are just like what they do in the Christmas special. One thing I'm really disappointed that they didn't do, though, in the movie, was the classic football scene with Lucy, although there was a reference to it. So disappointed. CJ and editing here. Actually, they do have a scene like this. It's just like a post-credit scene. Again, my bad. If you want a nostalgic feeling movie, even if you didn't grow up with Charlie Brown, I think this movie will suit your needs perfectly. Of course, it's not a literary masterpiece or anything, but it does encapsulate all that childhood is about really well. And if you love the Peanuts, you can't go wrong with this movie. Hey y'all, thanks for watching. Sorry this video was kinda shorter, but I do have some bigger projects coming out. Have a good day.